So I'm going to do a quick dressing here with you. You're going to need a vest, a onesie, a nappy. Put all of that ready before you start the bath so that you don't have to run around after the bath with a baby that's crying and unsettled and now you forgot where you put everything. Just make sure it's there before you start the bath. So we put the nappy on. I have a video here that you can watch on changing a nappy step by step, so I'm not going to go into that now. Now when you're ready to do the sleeves, can you see that this little vest has a very big opening with these sleeves that look funny? And I know people have been wondering about this for years. Why is this really, like, it can be really annoying if you dress a baby and it's such a big opening here and it kind of looks like it wants to pull down and it doesn't look very nice. There's a reason for this. So these are called the envelope sleeves or double sleeves or whatever you want to call them. And the purpose of these is very interesting. So when a baby has a poop explosion and they have a vest on, you can imagine you want to contain the mess as much as possible. So if you had to take that vest over the head, it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be very messy. So the reason they have these sleeves is so that the opening can enlarge when you want to take the vest down over the feet. So if there's a poop explosion, you can take the hands out one at a time and slowly take this vest down over the feet, and you can contain that mess so that it doesn't go all in the hair. And that's the secret behind these vests. You can, like my girls didn't like anything over their heads for some time, and I just dressed them from the bottom up as well with these vests. So you're going to roll the vest up like in a little bit of a donut. Then you put it over the baby's head, only on the forehead, and you lift the head with your fingers and slide the other part of the vest underneath the head. You can see here it looks like she's wearing a headband. Then it's very easy to lift the vest up over her face without dragging it across the face, because most babies don't like that. Then you roll up the arm into a little donut, and instead of just pulling it over the baby's hand, you put your hand through and enclose the baby's hand with your own. The reason for this is that their fingers don't get tangled in the sleeve, because when something touches the baby's hand, they have a natural reflex to open their hand like this. And when they do that, you can't get the sleeve over. So you want them to have a little bit of a fist. You put your hand over and then you can just pull the sleeve over your hand. You do the same thing on the other side. Then if you want to pull the vest down, remember we don't lift the baby up. Turn her just to the side. So you grab her here by the face, him or her, and you just support the baby here, turn onto the back and you pull it down, and you can put them back on their back to clip it on. So once the vest is on, you clip them at the bottom. This is not rocket science. This is an easy one. Now we get to the onesie. So you get the button onesie and you get the zip onesie. The zip ones are amazing because you don't have to fiddle with any buttons. But the button ones are still a reality, so we're going to deal with both of them. I'm going to start with a zip onesie. We don't want to lift a baby by the feet really high, which is why we dress them from one side to the other. You can do whatever you want as you get comfortable dressing your baby. This is just to get you going. Over time, you will definitely find a way that works better for you. This is just as a start that you have an idea what to do. For the onesie, we're going to do the same thing with the sleeves. You roll it up into a little donut, put your hand through, close her hand, pull it over, and make sure that if it's a zip onesie that you start with the side that doesn't have a zip. Otherwise, you're going to struggle to get that leg in. You can see here this side doesn't have the zip. I'm going to put that leg in first. I'm going to turn my baby to the side, tuck it all underneath her body, turn her back, and then I can pull out the sleeve. Donut again, pull the arm through, and then you can see it's easy to put this foot in because the zip opening is much lower that I can actually bend her leg and put her foot in, zip it up, and there you go. When it comes to a button-up onesie, you dress the same way. It doesn't then matter whether you start left or right because the buttons are in the middle. But the key here for a button-up onesie, that is also a pro tip, is instead of starting to button the onesie from the top down and getting all mixed up with a million buttons by the crotch area, start with the legs. So do the one leg, button up, other leg, button up, and then you'll have far less buttons to worry about because you'll literally end up with one or two that you need to match with each other, and then you just go straight up and you end up at the top in the right position and you don't need to redo any buttons. If you did enjoy this video, you should check out my day in the life of a newborn video that takes you through what life is really like 24 hours with a newborn.